All right, so we've got Miss Stasia in the house, guys, and I know many of you may not know her. So with that, Stasia, tell us a little bit about your background, how long you've been in the business, and then we'll get right into why we have you on today.
Perfect. So I'm so excited to be here. Heather literally messaged me Sunday night and she was like, I need you. Like, I need you now. And I've known Heather for a few years and I absolutely love her. But I started this business literally 5 years ago. I can't believe it's been 5 years. It's been the craziest journey I've ever been on in my entire life. And the only thing I've ever stuck with this long in my entire life. So, like, I've even been in this business longer than I've been married. So, if that tells you guys anything. But I started this business as a full-time accountant, and I was in school full-time. I was literally working 50, 60 hours a week and going to school more than I even was at home. And I had my own apartment, and I just recently moved out when I found this business. And I quickly realized how expensive it was to live on my own. I didn't realize that bills piled up and just everything came, and I soon was like, holy cow, like I can't even afford to buy groceries and put gas in my car to get to work every single week or get to school. And I knew in that moment something had to change. I was like, I just don't have the extra time to get another job. And a good friend of mine, we're no longer friends, but a good friend of mine, she was like, hey, like I'm doing this business. I think you'd be amazing. Give it a shot. And I was one that just jumped right in. I was like, you know what? Like, I trust you. You're doing so well with this. She was actually Ruby at the time, and I thought she was a queen. And I was like, you're doing so well with this. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in with you. And I did nothing for 2 years, guys. I made about like $5,200 for 2 years. I was happy because at that time, that's all I needed. I was so happy with making that. And I was like, okay, like this is amazing. I can put gas in my car and buy food in the same week. So I'm doing good. And then 2 years in, I just recently moved back to Florida and I met my now husband, and he got hurt at work, and workman's comp was not paying him like they should. So I was like, you know what? And like at this time, I wasn't working because I just got fired from my job. That's a whole nother story. And workman's comp wasn't paying him. So I was like, you know what? Like I have this amazing business in my hands that I'm not using. And Katie Bevington and Brittany Cromwell are my ambassador leaders. And I was like, you know what? Like they know what they're doing. I'm just going to follow what they say. And I was one of those people who hopped on every Zoom and every training and did nothing. Like they knew who I was. I just wasn't producing. So at this, like in this moment, I decided to go full force. And this is when we had Christmas cash. I paid all of our bills with Christmas cash. So I took my business serious in November and I paid all of our bills with Christmas cash. I went Ruby in December, I believe. I went Emerald in February when they announced the $5,000 bonus. I went Diamond in March, and then I went Double in September. And then I sat at Double for about a year, and then I went Triple the year later. And now we're going Prez. You guys, I want to tell you one thing. If you're the person who's hopping on Zooms and showing your face and just being there, I'm proud of you for being here, but you have to do what we're saying because what we're saying is working. And now we're welcoming our first baby in October.
Yeah, that's so amazing. Okay, so hold up a second. Why did I not know? For 2 years you sat and did nothing? I didn't know that because I know you and I met, gosh, well, we had joined around the same time, but like we didn't meet until at conference once, I think. So that's so crazy to be, wow. All right, because I remember your transition to Ruby and then you went Emerald. You were explosive there. So I love that. All right, and I love what you said about if you're showing up, because you were the person that showed up, you were on everything, but you weren't producing. And I do think that there's a difference, right? Like anyone can get on anything, but if you're not going to actually utilize what you're hearing, it's all for nothing, right? So I love that. All right, so now tell us what is happening. You're going Prez. What is happening now in your business? Because you were the queen of, like, since I've known you, host to posts. Like you were just so diligent at it, and it was one of the things that I admired about you because I have a love-hate relationship with host to post as anyone else. I really do. I know that it works, but there's something about it that's like it's so monotonous. But you're so seamless at it, and I always love that about you. So tell us what is happening now, and how many points do you have, and how is like your team is blowing up because you teach too.
Yeah, so I want to start by saying that whenever I started host to post, this is when my business exploded. When I went ruby, emerald, diamond, doubled, and triple. When I started host to post, the cleanse host to post was everything. Like this is when host to post just came out, and the cleanse host to post was everything. And we were enrolling customer after customer after customer after customer effortlessly. And then Thermofy X came out. And then I was like, no, like I'm not switching my host to post. Like what I'm doing is working. Then the cleanse host to post faded out for me. So then I switched to TFX after I was done being stubborn, and I was enrolling customer after customer after customer after customer. And then at the beginning of the year, like December, January, when gummies came out, the Thermofy X host to post wasn't working as well for me. I was still enrolling customers, but not the numbers that I know that I can enroll. And I was doing all the things, and my like everything was crossed off. Like my mindset was there, everything. It just wasn't working. So I was finally done being stubborn, and I started doing gummies host to post March 1st. You guys, it took me that long to start gummies host to post, and it completely changed my business. I literally have like 88 points right now for Winner Circle, and 95% of that is from customers. And you guys, I literally, you're gonna freak out. I get up 2 to 3 host to post a day from gummies host to post.
Wait a minute. Wait. You said you get 2 to 3, or did I miss a zero?
No.
You said 2 to 3.
2 to 3
posts a day.
Yep.
Oh, well then we can talk, because I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get like hundreds of 200s up, because that's like overwhelming, right?
No, yeah, I mean, some days it's 4, some days it's 5, but like my normal is 2 to 3.
All right, so you're a 5 and under, but okay, so then tell me what's the progression then? Like so your ratio of getting up your host to post to the enrollments is massive. How are you finding these people in a certain way, or is it just you're posting to your timeline?
So I do it multiple ways at the beginning of the month, and I'm sure you guys do it the same way, where you have a giveaway, you announce it on Facebook. What I do is I message everyone on there. Like I get up like 5 a day at the beginning. I message everyone on there, get up the host to post, and I just say something like, hey, thank you so much for commenting on my post. I'd love to get you entered. All you have to do is put this post up on your wall. And I actually can share everything in the chat, or I can send you guys
whatever works
my
best. You can
board.
send it to Heather, or you can put in whatever works best. Yeah, we'll make sure we get it out to you guys.
Yeah.
This time we'll do it before she hops off. But
Yeah, but you guys, I literally just do that. And then once that post dies down, I'm messaging people on my timeline. I'm like, hey, I'm not sure if you saw, but I'm giving away this month. Would you like a free entry? And they're
so
like, yeah.
like special.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then you guys, if someone tells me no to the product, I have them host to post. I'm like, no worries, I totally understand. Would you like a free entry into my blank giveaway? And then they're like, yeah. Yep. And I actually have a board with all these messages, and I know that you guys use boards, so I can just send you guys my boards, and it's so much easier.
Check. We need that. Okay. So, all right. Okay. But now, so now we know in the beginning of a month, I put up a post on my timeline about my giveaway. Hey, we're giving away, blah, blah, blah. You go through and you message all of those people, right? And you're giving them the gummy host to post,
Yep.
right? Okay. So whoever gets it up. And then you're saying every single day you go through like your timeline. Is that what you said?
Yep.
So you're
I
just
go to my most recent feed on Facebook, and I just message down there.
and you just message you, and it's like a green light message. Hey, not sure if you know, but
Yep.
we're doing this giveaway, blah, blah, blah. All right. And how, okay, tell me, how many messages are you sending out compared to just getting up the 2 to 4 a day? Like, what's that ratio? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
honestly, I don't count. I have a goal, and I was sharing this with my team the other day. I have a goal because I have a goal this month for my team. And I put our goal, well, this is like outside my biggest legs, but I have a goal of 150 volume a day outside my biggest legs. So I'm getting up those host to posts and messaging for those host to posts until I hit that goal.
So it's like outcome based, not
yes.
necessarily. Like you could message one day 10 and it could produce enough to get you that goal, or one day could be 50. Or
yes.
saying numbers, but it still can produce, okay. I love that, because I do think that sometimes when we get in the habit or the mindset of thinking, well, I'm just going to do 10 and be done. Yeah, but you may have messaged 10 people and none of them posted, so it's all for nothing. But okay, I like that. All right. So now I'm going through my newsfeed. I'm messaging these people. So how often are you posting about the giveaway?
I post like the beginning of the month, and then sometimes I post like on like the 20th or like the 25th, just depending on how my host posts are going. Like I always post at the beginning of the month, but if like I feel like I'm not producing enough through my messages at the end of the month, and I'm like it's go time, like I have to enroll this volume, then I go ahead and post another post. And the thing about it is people are going to continuously comment on your giveaway posts. They want multiple entries. So sorry guys, I'll answer all these questions at the end.
We'll go back through it.
But if they comment again, I give them a giveaway host to post. So then when their friends comment, their friends get the gummies host to post.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's how I grew my network from like 2,500 to 5,000 in like 60 days.
On what? On Instagram?
No, on Facebook.
On Facebook? That's in how many 60 days? That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let's answer some of these questions. How long do you leave the post up?
I don't ever take it down.
Okay. So you just kind of leave it up. And if you bump it or someone bumps it, it is what it is. You just kind of let it ride. Okay. What are your 2 to 3 hosts? Are they all gummies? So they're all gummies, but you're saying that if someone wants a second entry, it's a giveaway.
Yep.
And then their commenters will get the gummy. So it's almost like you start now. Do you ever do distributor host to post?
I used to, but they don't work the best for me, so I stopped. But I know people who do easy host to post, and they're amazing.
Yeah, and I think that's all about strategic too. Like I think you got to, not that you have to find the right person, but sometimes the right network makes the most sense for certain people. So yeah. All right. So you're strictly product. Now, before I get into if you upsell, let's see. Do you personally fill in volume for the dead leg? So when you're talking 150 outside your biggest leg, right? Are you filling in then obviously for like ranking purposes? Like are you intentional about keeping that? Or
I learned from Katie that everything always rises. So if you're going for a promotion and someone is not working, you better fill that box yourself and replace them next month.
Yeah. Amen.
Because I can tell you guys right now, when I went triple, even Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, Double, not everyone on my chart was working. And I was like, you know what, if I want to hit this promotion, I need to fill their box right now and replace them next month.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's not easy, but it's doable because guess what? You want the rank, right? That person that's not working doesn't necessarily want the rank or else they'd be working. So yeah, no, I get that. Okay. And then you kind of push to replace it the following month. And then, yeah. Okay. So let's see. Gummy hosted post. Okay. Mostly Facebook. Yes. I think you said mostly Facebook you do this on.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about all these people are posting for you. What's your organization for this? So like, how does this look for you on a day-to-day basis? Do you get up and you have like a binder? Do you have like a notebook? Is it off the dome? Like, what is it?
So what I do is whenever someone messages me and says like the host post is up or the post is up or whatever, done, I literally go to their profile. I click the 3 dots at the top of the post and I save the post in my save folder. So then whenever I open up Facebook, I just enrolled a customer. Whenever I open up Facebook, I just go to my save folder and then I have all my host to post here, So.
Got it. And you just title it like March 2021 host to post or something like that. Okay. All right.
Yep. And then and then whenever someone messages me and they want info, I screenshot it. And then at the end of the night, I write down all my potentials on my iPad.
Right. So, okay. This is the part I'm missing because I get kind of lazy. So you're saying your actual potentials, meaning now let's talk potentials, Stasia, right? Like it's not just you're messaging someone, they're communicating back with you and they seem interested, have a date set up with you, whatever, to almost like enroll, right? Like,
yeah. So basically as soon as someone responds to my first initial message, they're interested in their potential.
Yeah. Okay. So they go in your iPad, they go at that night, they're going down. Their name is going down. Okay. So now I have a lot of questions. So like, let's see, like I need to make sure I'm asking this all. So do you tag or no tag?
I don't tell them to tag me, but if they tag me, it's no big deal. I just prefer not to, but I have my Facebook set up to where if they tag me, it doesn't show. Okay. So I just keep going. Okay.
So they put up the post, they tag, no tag, you save it to collections. Do you comment a before and after picture?
No, because I do that in my messages when I'm talking to them personally.
All right. So people start commenting.
Mhm.
What is your message to them? Hey, friend me, or hey, I'm going to friend you.
So I actually friend them. I have 2 different comments and I have them right here. It says, here, I'll just put them together because I'm sure you guys can differentiate them. But one says, hey, as soon as you accept my friend request, I can send you details. The other one's, I sent you a friend request. As soon as you accept, I can send you info. And what I do is whenever I do this, I like their comment, I reply with one of those, and then I add them as a friend, and then I put my first initial message in the message box, but I do not send it until they accept my friend request.
Oh, now explain to me. Tell me, I know why you do this, but tell everyone why you do that.
I do that because Facebook is a brat and likes to block you from messaging people. So I do that to help that not happen.
Right. Now, and it's not so much to keep your messages straight because for the most part, you're doing just one host to post. And I feel like that helps to kind of eliminate confusion because there's been times where I'd be like, oh, I'm going to do hair, skin, and nails here. Oh, I'm going to do gummies here. And then before you know, you're sending the wrong message to the wrong person. Like that is a mess. So you respond with one of these comments, friend them. You before they even accept, right? You go into their messenger and you not send it, but you have it in the message bar, your first message. Hey, thanks so much for whatever that message is, right? So you don't send it until what, they accept you?
Yep. As
Okay.
soon as they accept it, then I go through, like I go message, act like I'm messaging them, just click send and go about my day.
Okay. Now, here's my next question. So you save all your posts to collections, right? What is your follow-up method with this? Because you may have people, like let's say 15 people comment, you send the message, hey, friending you or whatever, accept, and I'll send the info. What's your method of knowing, because maybe you have 3 hosted posts going. So what's your method of knowing who accepts you and when to go back in and send it? You know what I'm saying? Like that flow is always sometimes what like psychs me out.
So I just kind of like every time I pick up my phone, I send out so many host post messages and then I go to Facebook and check. So I just literally go to Facebook. And by the way, I don't like Facebook's new update. And I go to my profile and then I go down to see all friends.
Uh-huh.
And then I click recent. And then I just click on the top one and see if I sent the message yet. So for instance, this is a good, then I go to message. She just accepted my friend request.
Oh,
So
it's there.
Yep, and then just click send.
Because you know in your head, if she was a host poster, I'm going to have a pre-populated message. So when you just do your recent friends, it'll pop up that, yeah, she is one, and you just send it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, honestly, this is the first time I've ever heard of this. That is actually genius because here's what I do. I go through all my collections and I have to go one by one. I'm like, did they friend? Did they accept? And then I'm like, well, I'm like 3 down and I'm like already over it. So I like that. All right. So you do that and how many times a day are you doing that to check your new friends? Like, is that like?
It's honestly just whenever I pick up my phone. So I don't have any set number. I just send out like 10 to 15 host post messages when I pick up my phone because that stops me from scrolling. Because believe it or not, guys, even though I'm triple, I tend to scroll sometimes. So I I do that to help me stop scrolling. So I just open up Messenger or Facebook, send out like 10 to 15 host post messages, go check my recent, and then go about my day.
And it's almost just like a task, like just like a, yeah, I like that. And okay, so you're getting up, 5 or less a day on average. And so what, you're just having a lot of people comment, or is it just that your follow-up method is on point? You know what I mean? Like, are there a lot of people commenting, or are you just really consistent with your follow-up?
I think it's a little bit of both because there's host post guys that get 40, 50 comments. And then some days host posts don't get 40, 50. Sometimes they get 10 or 15. And I realized that every 10 people I talk to, I get 1 enrollment on average. So I follow up, like, let's say I talked to someone yesterday, I follow up today.
Okay.
And if they don't respond, then I message them in 2 days, so Tuesday, and have them do a host to post.
How do you, okay, how do you organize that? Like, how do you know? You know what I mean? Like,
because in my iPad, Hold on, I'll show you.
And you know what the crazy part is? I'm just gonna call it out. And she's even pregnant and is so much more organized than I feel I am in this moment. So I feel some sort of way, but that's okay. You know,
Well,
I'm soaking it in.
I think it's because I was organized before I got pregnant, so it just flowed over. So on my iPad, I have my potentials list and I have the date I talked to them. So like I know like everyone I talked to yesterday, I follow up with, like I just have it so organized, I don't have to think about it.
So
Because if I have to think about it, it's not happening.
It's not happening. Yeah, me too. So okay, so the people that are on that list, right? Are those the people that you were saying are potentials?
Yes.
Okay. So at the end of every night is when you update that, because you just go through your messenger and just like kind of like write down.
Well, I screenshot once they respond to my first initial message. So then I just go through my screenshots at the end of the day and write them down.
Genius. Okay. Then you go through that list and you're saying, if they don't respond to my second message within, so many days, I respond this. If they do, okay. So you just kind of have a method after that for the consistent follow-up until they either don't become a customer and do a hosted post or they become a customer. Like
Yep.
that's kind of your, okay. All right. I like that.
Or they block me. That's cool too.
right though, I've had that. Okay. That I feel like that flow is really good. Shauna says, how many hours a day are you working?
So honestly, you guys, February was a rough month for me because I was like in like my first few weeks of pregnancy, like I was like 6, like I was like, So February was like 3 hours a day. And now my screen time on my phone is like 6 hours a day, but that's in between like phone calls with the doctor and phone calls with family. So honestly, like I'm working maximum 4 hours a day. That's in between answering messages and everything.
Like you're talking to your leaders because there's a lot of other things that you're doing besides just like this host to post. Do you say that you how long does it take you to do all the other tasks that you're doing? Like is it strictly just host to post for you to be able to produce that volume? Because that's really what you focus on, right?
Yeah, I do a lot of host to post. A host to post is a lot of my business, but I also make sure I'm interacting. I'm doing my KPI list. And honestly, like the KPI, if I just do like the bare minimum, takes me like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, you know what? Like I want more than the bare minimum. So then I work from home full time. Right. My husband's home with me full time. But I've learned during this season of life, I have to take care of myself right now. Yeah. And I have to nap when I have to nap. I have to relax when I have to relax. So I'm just going with the flow of things right now. I'm not on a set schedule. I'm not doing anything like that. So I just know when I pick up my phone, I have to complete these specific tasks.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that. Heather says, Heather, you're on, yay! So she said, what's the message you send after? Yeah, that's a good question. What's the message that you send for like your follow-up? You know how you said like one is sometimes 2 days or whatever. She said she has a boards that she's gonna share too. It has like all her goodness. That's awesome. Let's see.
I'm going to share my 2 follow-ups in the chat. The first one's the one I send 24 hours after. Of course, if you're talking to a man, take out the ladies. But, and then here is my second follow-up.
Now, speaking of men, it's just a question because I know I get it a lot too. Are you still giving them Slimming Gummies host to post?
Oh yeah, those bad boys blow up.
Really?
I don't know why, but not every time, most of the time when I give guys a host to post, they take off. And I'm like, yes. And like older women, like in their 50s,
they want them gummies.
Those take off. So yeah.
I love it. Oh, wait. Okay, because here's the thing though. Men are honestly like really difficult. They'd be like, I need to see the research over the last 7 years before I give you $30. Like, do you ever run into that?
Yep. And I just tell them what I know and what I've experienced and what my clients experience. And then if they want it, they want it. If not, they're going to host a post.
Yeah. Right. Period. And you friend them and you keep friends with them?
Unless they're creepy. If they're creepy, I block them. But because you guys, I've realized that a lot of men out there are really nice and like genuinely want to lose weight. And I mean, of course, you get the creepy ones. out of the batch, but for the most part, they're genuine. They want to lose weight,
Yeah.
and they're just like us. They're just
Yeah, no, I like that. So you give the same host to us. So you're not changing it up, which is nice because I like the continuous flow anyway. So yeah, awesome. Okay, Head, go for it, girl. I know we kind of covered a little bit. We started at the whole beginning. She's like, gosh dang it. But you know, her story, we talked about basically like her initial, like, you know, how does she get into this and what the messages look like and even the flow of it. And now we were just at organization and like follow up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. I literally started crying like earlier because I was just so mad because I walked in the door at 5:40. I was like proud because we just came home from dance competition weekend and I got in the door and I was like, good, we have time. And I don't know, just the enemy wanted to creep in and try to delete the Zoom app off my laptop and then not connect. So needless to say, I'm pretty pissed off right now, but I'm here and I'm so grateful. Thank you, Tavia and Stasia. Like the fact that that's probably why I was more upset because I'm like, oh my gosh, we have a guest speaker. It's Stasia, who is a dear friend of my heart. And you guys, like I met, were you a diamond? I think when we met, I think you were a diamond. We met at leadership retreat and fell in love with you. We definitely, you picked me up and Heather Almeida up at the airport. Like we never had met before, you guys. So I know you want to talk like about like all the scripts and all the things, but right now I wanted to just share with you guys like the bonding, the community, the friendships. Like we were showing up to Florida and Heather Almeida and I were like, oh my gosh, how are we going to get from Tampa to Sarasota at like 11 o'clock at night? And so she's like, I'll pick you guys up, you know, and like we never had met before, ever. And she picked us up and we just instantly had a connection and bonded. And I'm just so proud. Like, I feel like proud mama. I don't know why, but I'm just like, when I see you and your name showing up on corporate Zooms and you know, you're triple diamond now.
Yeah,
and
when I saw you go triple, I was like, yeah.
I know, like I could not be more proud. Seriously.
So deserving.
Oh my gosh, so deserving. And that's one thing I like know this, but it's almost like I just wanted to get you on here. I pretty much could, just because we've met before and I know your work ethic and I know that you're a green personality, I know you're organized, which a lot of people are not. When I asked you to be on the Zoom tonight, I told Tavia, I was like, I know what she's gonna say. I know she's gonna be like, I do the host post, I send this message, and then I do this follow-up, and then I do this, and then I sign up and I'm number 26 in the company for points. Like I knew it. And I literally told Tavia, I said, she just does it more than me. She does it more than me. Like we could seriously be 25, 26, 27. Like all of us here, like there's 29 people on here and we could be 1 through 29 for that top 60 for winner circle. But are you going to do what she's doing? Yeah. And I put it in the chat, you guys, where she says she works 46 hours a day, and that's give or take. And that's with everything. There's people that are broke. It might be you. You might be on here going 46 hours a day. Like, oh, like that's too much. You're lucky you got me on here for this hour. Some of you are thinking that right now. And then we got some people that won't even join our team because they don't have time. But I guarantee when you look at your weekly update, if you have an iPhone, it tells you your screen time. You're going to be like, whoa, I spent how many hours on Candy Crush and Slotomania and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok? Like, seriously, it's not that hard. What she's doing is so simple, but she's more disciplined and she's determined. So I know you guys have already chatted about a lot of this, but I wanted to say, like, oh my God, like pull out some red right now, Stasia, and tell us, because we know what messages you're sending. We totally understand. Like we get it. You're going to share the boards, which we're so thankful for. We know that it's the initial giveaway post. People comment, you message them, the gummies with the volunteers needed, like like that's like legit working. But I feel like people get excited, they'll do it, and then they get people commenting and they send that first message and they don't sign up right now. Like right now, you sent that first message and it's like you don't get that enrollment and it's like they go away. So let me, like, have you ever heard when people say, like, how do you seal the deal? Like, do you feel like I know it's discipline, but like, what's the mindset behind getting, and how many enrollments, do you mind me asking, are you at this month if you haven't already answered that?
Over 40 customers.
Over 40.
Probably
we have
close to
people
50.
struggling to complete a steps to success, which is 6 LCs and 3 distributors. Okay. So Stasia, you guys, is the bomb. Okay. But we are equals when it comes to our network. She has Instagram. She has Facebook. We are equal. We have phones. Everyone, we all have a phone pretty much. I'm pretty sure we all have a phone. So what I'm saying is like, we're equal. Okay. So Stasia, like, what is that? What do you feel like is what is sealing the deal? Is it because you keep going? Is it because of your system with organizing? Do you think it's like I think some people are afraid to bug people, you know, that, and I think maybe that message will also help. So I guess what I'm asking is like, how are you sealing the deal? Like, how are you getting the 40 yeses when everybody's sitting here going, well, she can do it, but I only have like 2, but you know, she's different. She has different friends. She has different followers. Like, what's different? Nothing. So what do you say is like your reason for getting over 40 enrollments this month?
I just talk to everyone. I talk to more people than you guys talk to on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have girls who enroll 5 customers a month on my team, and they have me guiding them doing these host to posts. Then I have Teresa, which I'm sure you all know Teresa Corral. She's my double. She's enrolling 5-6 customers a day because she's doing the same thing that I'm doing. And she's out enrolling me. But you guys, we just talk to more people every single day. Like I was saying earlier, every 10 people I talk to, I enroll 1 person. That's new potentials. And then my follow-up system, I don't miss a day. Like today I took my Sabbath. I take my Sabbath from Saturday at 6 p.m. to Sunday at 6 p.m. I came back, and because I was so consistent last week, I enrolled 2 customers in 15 minutes, 60 volume each, because of everything I did last week. So it's all a numbers game. If you aren't enrolling what you want to enroll, it's either your mindset is off and you need some self-development, you need some Jesus, you need some journaling, you need something in your life. You don't believe that you can do it. You're not talking to enough people, or you're just not putting in the work. Because I can tell you guys, February was not a bad month for me because I did a lot more than a lot of people do. It was a slower month for me. I still enrolled at least 30 customers. In bed, nauseous, feeling like I was dying, sleeping all day long, but I still enrolled 30 customers because when I was awake, I knew what I had to do. And my system is so flawless because I've been doing this for 3 years. I've been doing host to post for 3 years. The only thing that's changed is the host to post and then the messages you send. I've been doing this for 3 years, and my system is so flawless. Katie Bedington uses it. Katie uses my system because it works. So if you guys are not seeing the results that you want to see, you're not enrolling your 6 customers every single month, it's because you're not doing enough host to post and you don't believe in yourself to enroll your 6 customers every single month.
That is so true. And I feel like people think they'll say it. I mean, I have people on my team, and me included, I'll throw myself there. You know, I'm not pointing fingers. If anything, I'm pointing fingers at myself. When you say like you're doing the things and you look and you're like, you're really not doing the things. You're doing the things like it's a hobby. You're not doing the things like it's a job and you want it to pay you like a real job. That's the difference. You know, I was going to ask you, and you might have already answered this, so sorry guys if this is a repeat. Do you enroll them or do you send them the shopping link? Did you guys ask that yet?
No,
Okay.
they haven't. I send them the shopping link. And if they don't place their order in 15 minutes, I message them, hey, how's everything going on your end? I don't care. Either you're going to enroll or you're not going to enroll.
15 minutes. Y'all be waiting to wait like 2 days.
You guys, it takes 6 minutes to enroll on the website. With our shopping link, it takes 6 to 7 minutes. And if they're not done in 15 minutes, I'm following up with them.
I love that you said that because I know I've been in the business for 8 years and we came from a place where you get all their info and you sign them up for them or it won't happen. That's how it used to be. And I got very stressed out. I mean, but when you're mass enrolling too, there's a month where I had like, I swear there was like 24 customers that were literally messaging me all within like a week that were like, wanting to adjust their auto ships, change this, change that. And I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. Like, I was like, it made me almost not want to mass enroll because it was so much work. So I'm so thankful for our shopping cart that is in our Connect app. That is so easy. Stasia, I don't know about you, but one thing I do is I add more products to their cart. I literally go, okay, you want the 2 for 69 gummies? Perfect. Well, I throw in some probiotics, some fat fighters, some celery, and a cleanse. If you don't want it, then you can remove it. But I think this will work for you. I mean, what do you do for upselling?
I just send them this message. So whenever I get their phone number, I actually have it right here. I message them. I say, hey, it's Stasia from Facebook. How are you today? And then once they respond, I send them this follow-up. It's actually a spinoff of Morgan Martin's follow-up. I love her to death. But this is my follow-up message. So I'm just getting them on gummies, TFX, and Skinny Brew. And you guys, I'm telling you right now, people are wanting to spend money. They're either spend money with you or someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my follow-up message, and 98% of my customers get this bundle, and it's 60 volume.
That's perfect. And, you know, I did something, you guys, when I first started, sorry, I'm sending that to myself. It's like, where'd she go? She froze. I did a seminar when I was really early in my business, and it was I can't remember his name, honestly, but he said people like to be told what to do, not in a way of like pointing the finger, like in a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not like a parent scolding their child, but like people want to be told what to do. And I'm that same way. I am that online shopper. Like if I'm shopping online and somebody shows me, or even at the store, I want a pair of leggings, but when the girl comes up to me with a hella cute pair of earrings and the purse and the sunglasses and like the cardigan and the things, and it's my size, I'm like, just throw it in. I'll go try it on when I get home and see, like, just, we'll do it. And I guarantee you, that's how most people are. So you just got to tell people what's going to work for them, and then let them tell you after, oh, I can't, whatever, which hardly ever happens, really, like she's saying.
Yeah. And
so
that also happened to me at the car dealership. I walked in, I was like, this is my budget. And he was like, okay, cool. So he showed me Kia K5, the basic. Then he showed me the fully loaded, and he was like, it's only $50 a month. And he was like, this is why you'll love it. This is why you love it. This is why you love it. Guess what? I walked out with that that fully loaded car because he wasn't scared to upsell to me and say, hey, it's only $50 more, and this is why you need it.
And do you still love it?
Oh, I still love it.
See, you guys, what are we afraid of? Like, you got to take the emotion out of it for sure. So, okay, so let me ask this. So we talked about, you know, the message that you send when you follow up. We talk about the fact that she sends the shopping link when enrolling people. You guys, she's literally making it as simple as possible, completely simple as possible. And I know I was on here finally when she asked if you're using host to post for opportunity. So since you say that you're really focusing, and I get it, like sometimes it depends. Like if you're boxed in, you know, if you're charted for that rank, you're like, dude, I need all this volume. Like I'm set for diamond, but I'm never going to hit diamond if I'm not at 10,000 GB, right? Like you want to go past I'm saying 10,000 because nobody wants to settle for 8. You want 10 and more. So let me ask this. So when and it happens, I heard you talking earlier, and I'm so grateful that you did, when sometimes you got to do it for people. You're like, yeah, I built a ruby. Yeah, I built a freaking diamond, but I got to replace it next month. So what are you using? What are you doing for enrollments for distributors? Do you kind of like stop in your tracks and go, shoot, I got to focus on opportunity host to post, or where do you feel like you get most of your distributors from?
So I message everyone who does host to post for me about the business. So let's say people did host post for me yesterday. I message them today about the business. And I think I have my message right here. It's super simple. It says, oh, actually, you have it right here. It says, hey, I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you for putting that post up for me. I wasn't sure if you would be interested, but I have a few work from home positions available. I wanted to offer it to you first. Would you be open to some info? So I do that. And then I message people who've been watching my stories. I message people who like my post. I message you if you like anything. If you're doing anything for me, interacting with me, if you're interacting on my stories, literally anything, you are getting a message. Yes, Yuritsa signed up because she did a host to post.
Oh, yay. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So I have a question. So what do you do? Because I have some girls who have experienced this where let's say they like completely ghost you. How often are you following up? I know you do the one that's like 2 days later or whatever. How, if they're still not responding, do you do a second time or how do you do that?
I message them. So I do the 1 day and then the 2 days, and then I message them on Friday. I say, hey, I have 2 discount spots left. Would you like one? I just keep it simple. I don't overcomplicate it. I just say what I would normally say to anyone I talk to. And then if they don't respond on Friday, then I message them in 2 weeks. If they don't respond in 2 weeks, I put them on like a monthly basis follow-up.
I love that.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome.
So, you guys, really, to be honest, 100%, drop in the chat. What did you learn from this today? Are you learning that you can do exactly what she's doing? You're just not doing enough of it? Are you learning that maybe you're not ready for triple diamond, that you're okay with just this being a hobby? I hope not. I hope all of you, and I want you to know it's okay. When I first joined this business, 100% thought it was a hobby. I told my upline, do not even show me that diamond chart. Don't even talk to me about this bonus. I don't have time. I'm not ready. Thank you. Like, I want customers and I want free product. That's all I want. So that is okay if that is you. But you need to see, and I hope you're seeing right now, that there's so much more out there. I talked to a girl today in Reno who just got a second job. Okay, so she works at Red Robin. She's a server, and she just picked up another job as a server. And she decided, she's like, I really should probably quit one of those jobs at Red Robin. That's where she works. She goes, but I really can't say no to $160 a day if I'm just at home. And I literally wanted to be like, you're working 6 hours a day to make $160 maybe, when we can make that in sample cash, and we can make that and then some in this business with commissions and bonuses and promoting. Like, we are worth so much more, you guys. Like, look at what she's doing. Look at what Stasia's doing. And if any of you are like, well, she doesn't work like I do. Like, I have a JOB. I've got 2 JOBs. Figure it out. Straight up. Figure it
I
out.
want to touch on that because whenever I started going full force, I went Ruby, Emerald, and Diamond back to back. You guys, I was not working full time, but my now husband was injured. He couldn't drive, he couldn't walk, he couldn't do anything for himself because he injured his ankle. I had to be there for him every step of the way. I had to make everything for him, his snacks, his food, get him water, help him go to the bathroom. I had to drive him everywhere. He had 4 to 5 appointments a week. Sometimes went an hour away to go see his lawyer. You guys, we were busy, but I just knew that either I did it and I worked my business around that, or I went to work and relied on someone else to take care of him like I did. So now, yes, I do this full time from home, but you guys, if you've never been pregnant, it's hell. Like, literally, I'll be 12 weeks on Tuesday and I'm nauseous 24/7. I have headaches 24/7. I want to sleep all day, but I can't use my why as my excuse because I did that in February. I was like, no, like, it's okay. Like, I'm pregnant. I'm just going to relax this mother. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to do what I need to do, which is totally okay. Take care of yourself. But if I want my baby to have everything in the world, I can't use my symptoms as an excuse not to work my business. Because you guys, yesterday, I was like, I can't, like, I just can't. I'm so tired. I have a headache. I just can't do it. And I decided at 4:00 yesterday to just do it. And I enrolled 4 customers in 2 hours before I went on my Sabbath, just because I decided that I wanted to enroll 4 customers. So stop using your why as your excuse, because it is so easy to do. I could have been like, no, like, I can't work this business because my boyfriend at the time, now my husband, is driving me nuts. He's up my butt 24/7. Like, he needs me 24/7. I can't go without being by his side because he needs me, but I just use that as fuel. And you guys, during that time, I was doing Zooms every night for different teams because I was slaying the game. I was announced on every corporate call for my enrollments. And people kept asking me, how did you do it? I just knew what I had to do when I had to do it. I pick up my phone, do host to post. Pick up my phone, do host to post. Pick up my phone, do host to post. So stop using your why as your excuse, because that is so easy to do. And everyone's life is different on here. Me and Heather are in completely different stages of life. Her kids are growing up. Her kids are in dance and baseball, I think, right? Is he still in baseball?
Yeah.
And she's in a completely different stage of life. Tavia, for instance, she's in a completely different stage of life. Her kids aren't young, but they're not older. And she's in a complete stage of life as Heather. But we have to decide when enough's enough. And you're just going to go all in. Because you guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. I counted myself out for Winner's Circle until I was announced last week. I counted myself out for Winner's Circle until I was announced last week.
Why?
I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm literally facing all these ambassadors, all these presidentials. And I literally, in that moment, thought of Morgan Martin, Cheyenne Knox, and Katie Bevington. And I was like, how in the world am I going to out enroll these people?
Did you kick him out on purpose?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm on a Zoom talking,
What was he doing?
barking. But I literally looked at all these ambassadors and presidentials, and I was like, there's no way I can out enroll these people. And then I called Katie because I have Katie's phone number, but I called Katie. I was like, Katie, like, I have to do this. Like, I have to take this trip. I have to go. And she's like, well, why not? And I was like, huh. She was like, Stasia, you know what you're doing. She's like, you're a triple diamond. You know how to do this. Like, you've enrolled customers before, so why not you? And I was like, okay. And then when Sunday night came, I was like, I'm not going to listen because I know my name's not on there. That was the first family call I have not listened to.
You didn't even listen?
No. No. So Katie called me. Or no, Katie actually texted me and she's like, Stasia, get on now. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I was like, what are you talking about? And you guys, my double diamond was 25 and I was 26.
Oh, that's so amazing.
So do not count yourself out. Even if you're not diamond right now, I'm telling you, anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. And you guys, whenever I was going triple, we needed almost 10,000 volume after the 25th to go triple. And we made it happen.
Whoa.
So anything can happen. If you're sitting at 0 volume right now, you can go diamond.
Right. That's
Wow.
what I was gonna say. Look, let's put this in perspective. Yeah, that's awesome.
So you guys hear that? If you're sitting at 0 volume right now, which I don't think anybody on here is, unless you signed up today and you haven't gotten a customer yet, if you're sitting at 0 volume, you can go diamond today. I feel like that's a slap in the face, but in a good way for me, like in a way that's like, get your ass in gear, figure your shit out, and let's go. Like for me, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm not feeling bad. I'm not like, I don't feel like we need to sugarcoat anything. It's like, if she can do it, you can do it. And I feel like, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, but I feel like you guys listen to what she just said. Like, she is being asked to be on Zoom after Zoom after Zoom after Zoom because she's killing it. And she said yes to us tonight, which I'm so grateful. I'm still pissed that I was not on for the first 20 minutes. And thank God for the recording. And I thank God I know your story. But you know what I feel like saying right now, you guys? I feel like saying, like, I want to check in with Stasia, like in the next couple of days. And I think what would be so amazing is to say, you know what? Out of the 30 people that were on tonight, we've gotten blank enrollments. Not we got 30 people on tonight and, you know, they're trying. Oh, I hate that word so much. If you guys say try, please stop. Like, that word makes me just like nauseous. Oh, they're trying. They said that they're you know, trying to do their KPIs. They're trying host to post. Like, they got one up. No, I want to tell her, like, by Wednesday that we are killing it. Like, thank you so much for being on here tonight, because my girl that is chartered for diamond is literally 300 BV away from diamond. Like, that's what we're going to say. Those are the things that we're going to say. Okay, if you're 1,000 away tonight from being diamond, then by the 25th, you're like either hitting diamond that day, or you're like, I'm this close because of Stasia, because of, if she can do it, I can do it. Like, she's pouring into us, you guys, and giving us that borrowed belief, because some of you guys don't believe it right now. Like, believe yourselves, like you can do it. And I'm just so grateful that you're on here tonight. And what I love too is that, like, Stasia, like, I know her. Like, she is like you. She is like me. Like, we are just normal, cool chicks. Like, we're like, there's nothing like extra special. It's not like she's buying her boxes. She's not going for diamond. It's like, yeah, I've got $5,000 and I'm just going to throw it down and like buy my promotion. Like, she works just as hard as any of us, you guys, and she can do it. And I know like she believes in us, but you have to believe in yourself first, 100%. So I'm hoping from tonight, you're like, dude, if she can do it, I can do it. I want to make her proud. Like, I want to make Stasia proud. I want to make like our leaders proud. I want you guys to be proud of yourself. I want your families to be proud of yourself. I think it's something that you guys don't get off of here tonight, basically is what I'm saying, and go, well, that was really cool. That was so fun. But she can do it. She's different. She really wants it. And I'm like, I'm good. Like, I don't want anybody to be good. I want anybody to be comfortable. We all need to go for it. So Tavia, anything you want to end with, or Stage, anything you want to say before like mic drop it tonight?
I'm excited. I'm almost like, okay, I need the boards. I need to like tonight, I'm going to like totally switch out a little bit of my schedule. I'm going to get to it, because here's the thing. If she just said her average is probably like, I don't know, 30 to 50 customers a month. Now, no one's sitting here saying you have to be a mass enroller. I think this is a reflection of the consistency and discipline. So don't set a number. I'm going to simply say, I'm going to be as consistent and disciplined as Stasia is, but do it for me. And if that means 40 to 50 customers, guess what? That's where I'm going to be. Because I think that it is so simple, you guys. She's not literally just giving us something we never knew. Like this is basic stuff. I think the difference is her self-discipline compared to your self-discipline is different. You know, and I think that's success, you guys. And yeah, she's done this over 3 years, so she's created a habit. But guess what? She was where you are 3 years ago when she decided to want to start this habit. And I think that don't underestimate, we just have to start. And, you know, and don't compare yourself to her, because she is in a different chapter. But also don't, like Heather says, don't count yourself out though. That's not fair either. So I'm excited. I'm ready. Just give me all the things. I'm good. Like let's do it. That's how I feel.
Yeah, and I really just don't want you guys to overcomplicate it. Like I'm gonna share this with you guys really quick before you hop off. Every night before I go to bed, I send out 20 to 30 host to post messages, asking 20 to 30 people to get a post to post. So then, and I do not respond to anyone unless they are ready to order or join right then and there. I do not respond to anyone. Then in the morning, I wake up and guess what? My inbox is flooded with people who are ready to order or do host to post. So that starts my day on the right track. But before I pick up my phone, you guys, my phone is put in my desk drawer every single night. I do not sleep with my phone, because I know if I sleep with my phone, it's going to be the first thing I pick up in the morning, and I'm going to scroll and do all those things. So what I do is I put my phone in my desk drawer. I don't touch it. I come in my office, I journal, listen to some self-development while I clean my kitchen or clean a house, whatever, because I don't like a dirty house. And if my house is dirty, I can't do anything else because it's in the back of my mind. So I do my journaling, I do my devotional, I clean a part of my house while I'm listening to my self-development book, and then I pick up my phone. That starts my day on the right track. So if you guys are one of those people who likes to pick up your phone right away, don't do it. Telling you guys, I've done that before. I'm guilty of it. It's the worst thing you can do. And please take a Sabbath. Please. If you don't know what Sabbath is, message me or ask one of us. Because you guys, it's like a 24 hours of no phone, nobody else but you and your family, and you just do whatever you want. You don't have to worry about picking up your phone. You don't have to worry about anything but being in the moment. And it's literally a game changer. Like, I feel so refreshed when I come back. It's the best thing ever.
I love that.
Love it.
So good. So good. The Sabbath, yes. The phone, yes. All the things, you guys. We talk about that a lot with our team. Like, don't grab your phone for at least 30 minutes after you wake up. And I know for me, when I do, I'll keep it real. Like, I'll grab it and be like, oh, I'm just going to check one thing. And 30 minutes to an hour goes by and your whole day is messed up. Yeah. Everything that you had on your schedule for the day is all set back because you have been on your phone. So, Stasia, thank you so much. Like, I am so grateful. I was like, for sure, I was like,